No, that's what.
All about.
Not all of
Is
them.
that not what all the hamburgers are about?
What a hamburger is all about. That's what
This
a
is why I would
hamburger.
fail on finish the lyrics because I never do them right.
Hi, hello,
Till
we're
this
live.
day.
The fuck is she talking about?
In and out, in and out. Because
like
Anthony said I'm going in and out, and I thought of in and out, and then I said the jingle wrong, but I said the jingle.
In and Out has a jingle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they have commercials?
Yes.
That's what I
For
said.
real?
In and out.
remember it had those two dopes in a car forever?
The Sonic guys?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the Sonic guy.
But yes,
It's a jingle. They do have a jingle.
Yes, they did.
Do
I-
they?
Was it just
Yeah.
radio commercials?
I think it's just.
Because
Hold
the
on.
jingle is absolutely real, but I
Yeah.
can't remember a single image.
I
Radio?
I mostly just remember the radio commercials.
Okay, maybe they didn't.
Granted, I haven't had normal
okay.
TV in like a decade.
Yeah, I don't know what regular commercials are like.
Okay,
Leland,
yeah, that's what a hamburger's all about. Is
But no,
yeah.
what did you think it was?
In and out, in and out. That's what all hamburgers all about.
That's what all hamburgers all about?
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
make
don't
sense.
sing lyrics right. I know this.
It doesn't make
I won't get corrected unless I actually look this shit up or someone tells me I'm wrong.
That's grammatically an atomic bomb. Like that's just
Look,
In and out.
this is the same girl who thought Fall Out Boy was saying, "We're going
Yeah.
down, down, baby, doobie doo way."
Do it. Sugar, we're going down swinging.
All right. Is that what you really thought the words were, or is that just what you used because
That's
you
what
didn't
I would say. Baby doobie
what you would
duet.
say because you knew you didn't know the words?
Yeah, until I actually looked at the lyrics and then I was like, oh. Down,
do I
down
know
in
the
an
song?
earlier round. Right?
It's
Down, down in an earlier round.
sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet, a loaded gun complex, cock it and pull it.
I did and pull it. Down, down.
Oh, that song.
Down, down. Or that one.
For some reason, the way she said that one line, I was like, oh, that one. All right, yeah.
That's all it takes.
Val, we're wearing dumb hats because Steph bought that dumb thing.
Haters.
So we all decided let's all wear hats.
Haters.
So I decided to wear all the hats I
All
own.
the hats.
Every hat that I own.
Why do you have a cowboy hat?
Why don't
Why
you? have-
doesn't he?
He's
No,
lived in Texas. They give everyone cowboy hats there.
Okay, let's ease down on he lived in Texas nonsense. I'm so tired of this. Is this a Halloween costume?
No, actually. I bought this when I went to SCA.
Oh goddamn, that hat looked good.
Yes, we all know that acronym. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I just thought of the sea.
When I went to medieval weekend,
I was like, of course you would wear it at the sea. I mean, that's protection for your head, silly.
it is largely why I bought it.
Yeah, a motherfucker looking like goddamn Robert Rodriguez on a set.
Guitar. Yeah, I went to the medieval reenactment weekend, which is Ren Fair for the Rennies and not for the public. And I didn't have a hat, and it's all just camping. So, like my first day, I went to the marketplace to look for some sort of hat, and I found this one for $30.
It's a good hat.
It's a good ass deal. I was told it looked good on me, so
It does. Can confirm.
But you do know you have to start saying howdy partner to anyone you see, right?
ma'am.
I'm gonna just switch hats through the whole show.
Well, now you look like the Disney afternoon Bobby Singer.
DuckTales, baby. Got it free from the panel.
Oh, nice.
At my last Comic-Con ever.
Danny Pudi himself spat
Before
on
the
it.
Pandemic.
He did.
That motherfucker didn't even show up to the panel.
He did.
No.
Aw. I
Uh,
saw
Was you
him
there with
once
me?
in like walking the hall,
He was
but
right next to you.
I don't remember you being there.
Sarah
Did
was
you
right.
get one of these hats?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is it? I thought that's every hat you owned. I don't see it there.
No. I think I may have tossed it.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Woo.
Listen, red baseball caps have kind of a bad connotation these days.
Depends
you,
on
you took the red one?
setting.
I had the red one
Oh.
because at the time it was fine, and like it's either red, blue, or green. And fuck green, we all know that. I don't own a blue, but I do own plenty of things with red on it, so I went with
oh
Fair
my
red.
enough.
god, there's a bucket hat emoji or not emoji, GIF. I'm posting hats on this thing because it's great. But
On what thing, Steph? What thing that it's
on
not?
Instagram, I'm gonna post it with
Oh,
all of our hats.
Got it. Okay.
There's like
I'll
some kind
allow
of hat here. I just like how there's a
So,
bucket
Jordan,
hat.
me and Anthony have a question.
Yes.
We got into a discussion a couple weeks ago via text, and I don't even. How many shirts do you have? And
Oh,
Steph is you
God.
as well. And,
How many
and
t-shirts do you own?
t-shirts, not shirts, like just straight up
T-shirts?
t-shirts. And I
Oof.
feel that Jordan's gonna win this out of all of us. I really have this feeling.
Does this count house clothes or like shirts
Yes,
that you wear
Steph.
out only?
Yes, it counts
T-shirts.
at house shirts
And
and
we
sleeping
can,
shirts.
We can be specific and just like narrow it to just like graphic tees. Like if
Okay,
you
so
are
graphic tees. Okay, that's fine.
has a lot of like I don't know, like undershirts or something like that, that doesn't count.
Okay.
I have over 80.
Because yeah, I was gonna say, I bet he's high. I mean, like you
Yeah.
counted what you thought you were like hitting, like
I think I got close to 40 or maybe somewhere near there. Because I think you said you were 30.
Yeah, for graphic tees,
yeah,
I'm
like
probably
I'm like high 30, maybe 40 tops, but I'm not even sure about the 40.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when I was packing over the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
I got to the point of like, okay, it's time to pack clothes.
Mm.
And I'm going through and like I'm in the back of my closet, like starting there because that's the stuff that I just wear the least. And I'm trying to keep an open mind about getting rid of things. But like I see a shirt, I'm like, oh, like it's still good condition and like, oh, this is still fun. Like I don't have a reason why I haven't worn it in a while. I have other shirts I like more than this one. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll keep it. And then I realized, well, I'm only getting rid of like 2 shirts. So I'm trying to think like I wear work clothes. Like I don't have home inside clothes. So I've
no,
got, like,
we're not fancy like Steph.
so
fancy.
with the exception of being on camera, I usually just keep wearing my work shirt until I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So when I wear a shirt, I typically am like, all right, well, I'll wear a shirt like I like most. If I'm going out, I wear my best shirts. When I'm on screen, I wear good shirts. I still have some shirts that are not in great condition, but I still like them and have a hard time getting rid of them.
Those are sleeping shirts or house shirts.
I don't know. I'm a in the buff guy for sleeping.
Then it's a house shirt.
I mean, yeah, if I'm doing work or something, but like, then how many of those shirts do I need? How many faded, cracked up graphic shirts do I need for like
Enough. Enough.
enough? I would really like to hear chat let us know how many like t-shirts that they own.
Look.
Because I feel like there's a reasonable number.
Yes.
Honestly, I think 80 is too much.
Oh, yeah, no. 30 is the reasonable number. That is the reasonable number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay, I won something.
Because like
It's probably like
Yeah.
50.
I have like 20 shirts that are like anime titties, so I only wear them either on stream or at special events.
What special events qualify for anime titties?
EDC, San Diego Comic Con,
Yeah,
Evo.
going out and stuff. Yeah.
Guys, we're just gonna roll over. I said TittyCon. I thought that was
I
pretty
don't
fun.
think I heard
Steph
it.
and I have been to HentaiCon.
We went to HentaiCon. I remember that
What?
in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Right in Pasadena.
It was the world's first
Yeah,
hentai
it was
convention.
one of the first hentai conventions. I remember that.
Can you wear some of your titty shirts on the podcast, or is that not allowed?
I remember I wore my shirt
I've-
from the
I've worn plenty of them on podcasts.
we went to.
Oh, well, we don't ever like see our clothing a lot.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true. That's true. I'm wearing a
think
shirt right
Me
now
and
from Blue My
Anthony's
Clothing.
cameras are more like you can see our stuff, but like, oh goodness,
Keep
Yeah.
enough frame that like my shirt can be visible.
Yeah.
What was that wrestling thing again? The wrestling show that we went to.
Fist.
Yes.
The-
Yeah, we
Fist
went to
combat.
one of Fist
Combat.
combat.
Yeah.
And I
What?
got a butt stuff club.
Queen of
shirt.
butt stuff.
Queen of
You
was
went-
it Queen? No, it was a butt stuff club. I think that was a
You
You
shirt.
went-
Stuff club.
Scott beat me to it.
Yeah.
Fist.
Fist combat.
Where's Beck for this shit?
I believe I got the King of Dog Style shirt.
Oh,
Okay, I
yeah.
forget. Yeah, I remember having that shirt.
Wore a
And that's
dirty-
the shirt that I wore to HentaiCon. I remember that. And then I got really shy because people started pointing it out sometimes, and I was just like, oh.
I don't.
It just seemed like an appropriate shirt. I
It
don't
was.
know.
It was.
There's
I don't
one
think
shirt.
I have any dirty kind of clothings.
Oh, there's one shirt I really wanted that I saw once, but I can't find where to buy it. But it's one of those like I don't know. I call it a big titty shirt because essentially it's a hamster's face, but your boobs are the cheeks. Like it has a mouthful of stuff. And I was like, this is the cutest fucking shirt ever, but I can't find where to buy it. Like it just
Have
looks
you
like
tried?
The internet?
big.
Yeah, have you tried typing
Googling
hamster
it.
big titty shirt on Google?
Yeah, like I think I only saw one site that carried it, but it was just like I wouldn't find my size. Hold on. Let's see. Big cheek boob hamster shirt.
Big cheek boob
Man,
hamster shirt.
We moved on to different part. We moved on to like different clothing. Like how we discussed jeans. Like you had like 3 jeans tops.
Well, I own 5 pairs of jeans.
Oh, there, this is
That's
the one.
right. You own 5. I own 3. That was it. And I was just like, is that too many? Like how many is too many, and what is not enough? Like I guess is the real question. Like
Are the jeans all like one color? Do you have different colors?
I
no,
very
it's just,
dark gray to black.
yeah. I have one black pair, one light blue, and then jean color.
So
I don't want to have to post this, so
Uh,
I'm just gonna show it real quick. How cute is that? She's just holding it. You know, see how it.
Steph,
the
send
scissors-
me the picture so I can put it on stream.
Well, that's what I thought, but I didn't know if it'd be too much. I'll just send it to you. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I think that I could probably own more pants in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you would
Mm.
like chain like all jeans, or do you want like a pair of slacks? It just
Well, I mean, there's my jeans, and then there are my like pants, because I have a couple pants that aren't jeans.
So slacks.
Yeah, I've got like my crushed velvet tuxedo pants. I've got I don't even know what it's made of. It's kind of I don't,
This is going on stream for a couple seconds.
It can't be on
Oh,
long. That's why I said
I'm
I'd try
ready
do
to
it.
watch. I can't wait to see it.
I own a Utilikilt, and I think I've got like one other like these are
Well,
like
I've never
We're not putting kilts into pants category.
I've never seen you wear that. When have you worn it, and what into what purpose? You cut out all through the whole thing.
fuck me. If I didn't have the Seder outfit, I would have worn the kilt.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough.
Mm.
All right, Steph's shirt going up. I'm gonna say 15 seconds and
Agreed.
go.
Kilts should be in a shorts category. So I own 2 pairs of shorts and a kilt.
So like, yeah. So like the boobs would fill in the cheeks, but I can't
we got
find it
it.
anywhere.
All
I
right.
can't find it anywhere.
I was confused.
Okay, take that off. Take that off.
Yep.
I want it. I remember I got a shirt at Spencer's, like I think like high school, but it has 2 arrows, and then in big bold letters it says "My eyes are up here." And I remember wearing that going ice skating, and some older lady had a kick out of that shirt. And she goes,
Steph.
"That's so cute. I'm gonna have to get that for my daughter." I was like, "Oh my
Steph,
god, yeah."
I absolutely think you should get a shirt that says "My boobs are right here."
I mean, I can make I can go and have that shirt done.
Leland.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. That incited a hat change, a wardrobe change from Leland.
I'm gonna do it every 15 minutes.
Oh, you got a timer?
You need a hat
Well,
with an
I'm
arrow
looking-
pointing up.
we have
My
things
eyes are up
timing.
here.
Nice. Okay, so then we feel like 30 t-shirts is an appropriate amount.
Yes, 30 t-shirts is a very
Yeah.
appropriate amount. That's enough for a different shirt every single day of a month. In terms
Literally
of
the month.
in terms of pants, men are permitted to have at least 2 pairs of same colored jeans. Now, when it comes to slacks, for suits and whatever, that can go up to, I would say, around 7 to 10, because when it comes to the corporate business
Don't
world,
even have
whatever,
that many pants.
having different suits is a good look. And
Do
normally
own
you would
a
have.
suit?
Yes, I do have a suit, and
Do you really?
yes, I have. Every man should have at least one suit. Every single
not?
dude.
I don't have a suit. No.
You need to have at least one suit in your
I
wardrobe.
don't even have a suit jacket. I barely have a pair of
What
slacks.
do you wear to weddings?
Yeah.
I don't go to
He
weddings.
doesn't go to weddings. I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure.
So
I
if
don't know
I
your
had
life.
a wedding,
No
you-
one
you-
I know right now is getting married.
Anymore.
And the one wedding I was supposed to go to, I couldn't go to. So that
Oh.
fucking happened.
You're aware.
But what would you wear at that wedding? You
hang
don't have
on.
a suit.
Wait,
Well,
hang
what
on.
I was wearing.
Anthony said something,
yeah.
but everything cut out.
Oh, okay.
We'll keep going. I'm gonna like backtrack my line here.
I mean, the podcast on the podcast in the future, everyone's going, "Oh my god, yeah, that's such a good point, Anthony."
I'm a genius on the podcast.
Thank you, Val. I'm Dipper in his 40s when he let everything go and he stopped caring. No, what was the question? Oh, I was gonna wear to the wedding. I took Mike went with me to the Gap, and he forced me to buy a pair of navy blue slacks, which I was like not partial
Navy
to,
blue
but
is- it's safe. That's a safe.
it was
color.
safe. And he got and I purchased a which I still kept the shirt because I like the shirt. What
Like
is
a
a
button-up?
sea foam coral?
Oh, so just a
Okay.
light, like a light.
Like a light color to go with
Yeah.
the blue, and that was what I was gonna wear. Because I asked Dawn, I was like, "What do I gotta wear?" Because he's like, I was like, "I don't got a suit," and he goes, "It's a casual thing. Just wear a button-up shirt and some
Yeah,
slacks
like a
and
button-up.
call it a day." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then the more I thought about it, I really felt uncomfortable in the navy blue. I just felt weird. I don't know. I can't explain it. I just I don't like the way these look. So I ordered a pair of black from Amazon because I was like, well, I'm comfortable in black.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because I didn't have to go, so I returned most of it. But I did have shoes made specifically for the wedding. Let me get those.
Did he say
Ooh.
shoes specifically made for the
Yeah,
wedding?
Yeah.
Mate.
He knows a cobbler?
Because apparently now all I wear are Vans. So I had Hawaiian girl shoes made.
Ah, that's what he meant.
Mm.
I did not get a chance to wear them to a wedding, and I wore them one day, and they are the most uncomfortable shoes that I have ever purchased. So
Oh no.
there is no support in them like the ones I bought from the store, which are the same exact shoes, which
Yeah.
is really wild. That
Mhm.
the ones I got at the store have a lot of support and are very comfortable, and those have no support and are very uncomfortable. So I'll have to get some insoles to wear in those.
Maybe there's a
Aw.
setting like to add an insole to it or something.
Maybe I didn't see one, but it's too late now. I have it. Yeah, I just have never. I don't know. I work at a comic
Oh, that
book
sounds
shop.
so
I don't
fun.
know things. I'm also as a overweight person. Suits do not look good on me. The moment I put a big suit on, I look like the Penguin, and I just start feeling real uncomfortable at the whole thing. The last suit I wore, Anthony was there for, and I had a miserable night. So like it was just.
There was a lot going on that night.
It was a lot going on there, but I was at my heaviest at that point, and I just felt like I looked like Burgess Meredith rolling in a Batman 66. Like I was just like, mwah, 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 oh, give me the steak, you know.
I
and
don't know.
fucking-
In my
Oh.
head, I see you like rocking the fuck out of like dark brown slacks with a navy blue blazer. There's probably some black shoes and a white shirt, a white button up, 2 buttons undone.
The brown
I
will be a
honestly-
hard sell, but you know.
Like
I
brown
honestly
skin.
kind of like thought you would be one of those people who
Yeah.
wear like the and I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
fan of
More
but, like,
tannish.
Yeah.
like the
tan would be
fun
alright.
button ups. I like fun button ups, like little flamingos or little palm trees, stuff like that. Fun button ups. I like those.
Yeah, of course I would.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
those
mean,
at Ross
you know.
and Marshalls.
I mean, I have some of them.
Yeah,
So,
I
I don't
always
know, I just-
find one. I like those.
so Anthony, you have a suit?
Yeah. Yeah, I have,
Is it the suit you wore when you came as Crowley that one year?
yes.
Oh, okay, I've seen that suit. Yeah.
A very simple black suit, but it gets you through your weddings and your funerals.
Ooh,
I mean,
Scott,
yeah,
I
but
agree.
I've like
And then I've got the
Yeah.
fun suit that's made of crushed velvet.
Yeah, but that's more of a
Mm.
costumey kind of thing. Like you wouldn't wear that on a first date unless you're going out with someone who would be into that.
Well, yeah,
That
I would,
sounds like a good
I
time.
wouldn't go on a date with a normie
That's what I'm
Wearing-
saying.
this time.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Leland, you in black slacks, a matching vest, any color button up really, but I'm envisioning white with a nice like probably red bow tie.
Look, I'll
Yeah.
rock a fucking bow tie. I have no problem with that. My dream is to be able to fit into a real nice like powdered blue someday,
Ooh.
like TARDIS blue maybe. Like I don't know why.
Okay. All right. I think, and I've never thought this before, but I think Leland is one of those men that could rock the fuck out of a bolo tie.
Yeah, I can see that. He looks like he could be old money.
Drugs?
Man, I don't know.
Wait, you mean
clothes.
like a cowboy? Like a
Look, He's wearing the hat.
like
he
where-
just
where
wants to
I
complete
slip up the
the
leather
costume.
thing, and it's got the 2 strings hanging out at the bottom. Like
What did you call
It has
it?
to have like a cow skull. It doesn't have to have a bull skull for the cinch. It can be anything.
a cow skull.
Uh,
How about you just rock that?
Val, I still own that. I don't think I'm a bolo guy.
I don't think anyone is,
I think you could be.
unless you Sam Elliott
Granted, I think you could.
or Dolly Parton,
Oh.
Kenny Rogers. Those are the 3 that I'll allow.
Steph, did you just look up bolo ties?
Yeah. Man, I didn't even know what a bolero was, and I had to Google that shit.
That's fair.
What exactly is a bolero? Is it like a vest,
It's
right?
like no, it's like one of those little tiny jackets. I think like mariachi
Yes,
kind
that's
of
yeah,
jacket.
like a
Yeah.
like a mariachi kind of
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
A little jacket.
Hey Val, I also
Oh, Anthony, how about an ascot?
Don't know what that is. I gotta look it
You
up.
no that is some preppy. I own a yacht kind of look. Like if you're gonna be wearing an ascot.
and even
Well,
in
you do like to point out how white I am.
Oh.
Gotta be wearing
I-
boat shoes with that.
I
That just
can't
looks like a mask for your neck.
I can't immediately think of anybody who unironically pulls off an ascot.
Fred from Scooby Doo.
Paul Lind. Paul Lind and Fred from Scooby Doo. Don Knotts in Three's Company.
3 fictional characters.
Yes, only fictional characters can rock an ascot.
Wait, Paul Lind wasn't a fictional character?
One me.
Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles
You-
Nelson
Are those
Riley.
3 different people, or is that one guy?
There are 4.
Those are-
No, those are 4 different people. 2 are real, 2 are fake.
I just want to tell Val, I do still have that tuxedo shirt. And I still have the
Can
Jersey
confirm.
shirt that we bought when we were on the shore. I kept that shirt as well.
On
That's
the
just really
shore.
Yeah.
The Jersey Shore.
Yeah, from the Jersey Shore.
Did you pay extra for the herpes, or is that just like a free giveaway?
That's where I come from, sir.
Is everyone that shade of
My
brown?
question still stands.
Rude.
See now in my head, Val just has a spray tan.
And like straight up hair. Like just cemented together.
There's like there's
Oh.
no amount of wind is gonna move it.
Can
It's
crush
no
a
water.
rock with that.
I have a shirt or a tuxedo tuxedo shirt.
You're talking about the room tuxedo shirt.
Yeah, that's because I got it when we watched the screening.
Yep.
And then the other day I wore the pirate shirt, the fake pirate outfit shirt to like for PJs. Hmm.
You like to play make
That's
believe and
nice.
go to sleep. That's nice.
She likes to
Nothing wrong with that.
she's sleeping in a hammock in the cargo bay of a rustic Spanish galleon crossing the Atlantic.
But with,
Hey, I
the,
was
with the
gonna buy
slight
this
hint of gunpowder in the air.
Oh yeah, it helps her sleep.
I was gonna buy a random shirt today that said "Mega Petty" in big bold letters, and I was like, "This is great."
Look,
I
want
Steph, you're not you didn't almost buy it. You're going to buy it.
I was gonna buy it, but then I was like, I don't really want to pay an extra $10 for shipping.
So
I
it
didn't
would be
buy it.
$30.
It'd be actually 40,
Oh,
39. That's why I was like, I don't need this shirt right now. I want it, but I don't need it.
Well,
It just said "Mega Petty."
well, Val, in my head, you are.
I have my your shirt. I like that shirt.
Oh, yes. Because you used the wrong version every single time.
Yeah. just to remind people, your YOU apostrophe RE.
Possessive.
Your. I like
In
it.
which case it's then spelled.
Honestly, I've always had a thing for statement shirts. That's always been a thing. I've
She's-
always had shirts that said stuff. It's true. Shut up and dance. I had a shirt that said shut up and dance, but because the words were so spread off across my chest, it said shut up and dunk.
That Charles Barkley shirt?
I don't know. Yeah, I just
Shut up and dunk.
yeah, because DANC. So the E was hidden, and it just shut
Shut
up
up and dank?
Shut up and dank.
Oh no.
It works and it doesn't work because sometimes it just really depends on
Steph,
how the phrase is spread amongst the chest.
Steph, I want to work with you so we can make our first piece of LORC merch. It'll say just LORC across the chest, but we're gonna have it tailored so it's readable on your chest specifically.
I think you'd have to just put him up here.
It's just like a really big O, and then
Yeah, it would just be really high up. Like I was trying, like Steph, I was trying to design T-shirts online for all of us at one point.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare, by the way. But for you, I put it up real high. I was just like, no, I'll make sure it's up here, like close to her neck, because I
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't know what size you were, and I didn't want to know like if how uncomfortable you would be if it, it said like "Bish, please" across your chest or something like.
I
no,
wear
Steph,
it.
Steph would wear that.
Like a 2009
Steph wear
affliction
that.
shirt?
No, like a Spirit jersey where it's just Disneyland. Just like.
Yeah, no, Steph. I want the LORC to specifically be over your chest, so it's gonna be like a normal L, a really big O, the R's like kind of extended.
Just so it can fit.
No, so if someone looks directly at your chest, they see, oh, that says
You can
LORC.
read it. You can
but
read the whole thing.
You have to read it around your boobs, though.
You gotta walk halfway around you to be able to get all of it.
Yeah, no.
I'm totally gonna
Let me
use
know
shut
if
up
I'm
and dunk in the
sounding,
next TKO. Yeah.
Let me know if I'm sounding better now. I realized that I had my my input and my output all
Mhm.
mixed together in my mixer.
Oh,
So I was
It
recording
does sound
everybody.
better.
You
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
all immediately sound better. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at my Audacity and realizing it was recording everything and not just me.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
And that
Yeah.
told me something was wrong. So I had to press some
Uh-oh.
buttons.
Yeah, fair enough. So with no spoilers, me and Jordan have watched some of The Boys.
Du Bois.
You have not, right, Anthony? You said
I've not
earlier.
watched any
And
boys.
Steph probably doesn't know that this is a TV show. So
I've watched 2 episodes. Get out of here.
So she at least met A Train.
keeping it very non-spoilery, the first 10 minutes of season 3, episode 1 is by far the most vile, disgusting, hilarious thing I have ever seen on screen, and it will never happen again.
And I will let you know that that was a real thing on the set.
Okay,
Like
noted.
it was
I'll get there.
17
Yeah.
feet tall.
All or long?
No.
That was real.
Wait, why do you know that? Why would you ask questions? Have you read the internet?
I've not read the internet, but I remember the season finale of last season.
This ain't got nothing on that.
The Boys is
Oh,
great.
man.
I'm really
I may
great
have had
fucking
something
show.
spoiled, too.
You did?
I may have learned some things through
All right.
memes that people post.
Well,
Mm.
By
Yeah,
the way,
that is the problem with like a lot of heavy pop culture shit like this is the memes come out very, very quickly.
yeah.
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 And I will say, I like seeing my boy Dean Winchester on the screen again.
Oof. What a. Yep, that's the thing that's happening. They said I don't know how into the Boys lore you are. So there was a famous book called Herogasm.
Yes.
This very famous. Okay,
Yep.
they're adapting it for episode 5, and I was just kind of like, oh, no.
I'm very interested to see how that goes.
This is going to be, if they shock me more than that first 10 minutes did, I would be honestly very surprised. And I am not a prude, but Jesus Christ, there was a moment where it was like, I sat there like a gate, was like, oh, no. But yeah. Anyway, good show.
I'll
good
get
time.
to it sometime soon. I also have not watched any Stranger Things.
Man,
I
Stranger
finally
Things is
watched.
great.
I finally watched the first episode of Obi-Wan.
Where are we at on Obi-Wan? And I'm mostly asking the chat out there. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I am curious what people's impressions are, and I don't want that to color anyone who's yet to watch it yet.
In the first episode, the one that I watched, I am enjoying it so far, and I'm getting this weird feeling, kind of like, how do I explain it? I don't know how to explain it. I'm just getting a weird feeling from the first episode.
Like you don't like it, or you're not quite sure what to think about it.
That one, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Like, I feel like something feels off, but I don't know what it is yet.
It's everything.
The store, most of the nerds that come in, I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not as much as I love Trek. I finally have realized that over the last couple of years. I love them both very, very much. They give me great passion and enjoyment. I have had no problem with a lot of the stuff that they've been putting out. Boba Fett I had some issues with, but mostly due to filmmaking, not so much the story, because the problem is the shit's never going to live up to what you have imagined in your mind for the last 35 years. And
True.
and as I've had to tell several people this week in the store, you don't own it, right? Like, it's not yours. You can love it, but you have no ownership over it. So they're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And you can sit here, and I hate this comment, like, our mutual friend Adam was like, well, I would have done, and I said, you got to stop that right now. You didn't get the opportunity to do shit. So to say, well, what I would have done doesn't matter. You didn't do it. So this is what they did. Either get on board, or don't watch it. Because Adam, Don, Shane, even Mike to a lesser degree are like, meh. And I was like, what am I not seeing that they all dislike about it? Like, I really just didn't get it. I was like, I enjoy it, but I also
Yeah.
don't care anymore enough about it in the sense of like the prequels did me so wrong. I'm just like, yeah, you guys aren't doing what I want anymore, but that's cool. I
Yeah.
still like seeing lightsabers.
Yeah.
And I
And
also, but go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, like everything of the modern era of Star Wars is still at least like 6, 7 out of 10, like watchable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a failing grade. You know, like some of them, I've only watched Phantom Menace, I think 3 times since it came out over 20 years ago. And I am a Star Wars ass fucking dude. I'll pick a fight with Scott. Mando is
now.
definitely better than Obi-Wan. And so far, I like Boba Fett more than I'm liking Obi-Wan. But
Wow.
Obi-Wan's not done yet either.
Fair. That is fair.
So I'm still open to seeing how it goes. But my impression of the first 3 episodes is like not one of really kind of vibing with what's happening on screen.
A lot of complaints came through the store. People were like, well, he's not acting like Obi-Wan. I was like, the motherfucker's been stuck on a desert planet for the last 20 years. Like, what do you... the
Also,
man
like,
is broken.
Which Obi-Wan are you
expect him to
expecting
be?
him to act like? We have
You
like
know what?
3
Yeah,
different
that too.
Obi-Wans.
You know what? That's
What's
what it
up?
is.
What?
I got the same feeling when I saw Luke in The Last Jedi.
Like, these people they're broken characters by the time we meet them again.
Yeah.
You would hope that they would find their way back to become the
Yeah.
characters that we know in the original 3, but Ewan, I believe, will do that in his acting ability. Luke, I don't think ever got that opportunity because of fuckery behind set drama. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's just it's what it is. But like people, like the internet and a lot of my friends and even characters that come into the store, customers
Also
were
fictional
like,
characters.
fair enough. They were like, the Jedi Inquisitor lady can't act her way out of a paper bag.
Ooh.
Little
I
Leia
didn't
is
see an
such
issue
a
with her.
terrible person, and I was like, am
That's
I
a
just
child.
not seeing? like and they were just like, oh, this terrible filmmaking of her like running around the forest like stupidly. Oh, I can't. They were going like, why are the bad guys so inept in their shows? And I was like,
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
it's
Have
made
you
for
never
children.
watched Star Wars?
And
I was
also,
like, it is made for children.
yeah, also they're
like-
chasing a child and they don't want to hurt the child.
Yeah.
Also,
I just
Almost like every non-major villain in Star Wars is an inept bad guy.
yes.
Yeah.
The universe
Except
is
Vader.
filled with inept bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, me and Anthony can't talk about what happens in episode 3, but Jordan, a flex is made that you will talk about for days.
I'm very excited then.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though.
Someone
I'm
Someone
liking.
establishes themselves as the baddest motherfucker in the galaxy, and there's a reason.
Oh, sweet. Like, I liked episode 1, but yeah, I think the feeling was like it just felt a little bit familiar with how Obi-Wan. Yeah, he's broken. He's kind of turned his back on the Force. But
He's not old and over it like
Yeah.
he is in A New Hope.
yeah,
And he's not like young and hopeful and vigorous like he is in Revenge of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith.
I think that's what I think. It's just the. I was expecting him to be closer to Revenge of the Sith,
other.
but it makes sense. Yeah, he is closer to A New Hope at this point, which yeah.
Which I agree. Like his demeanor is off-putting. Now that's where we are now, and likely this is the story because we're only going to get this once. This
Yep.
is the story that will show the transition from, you know, the Jedi that we saw like all of his fellow Jedi die and like his entire life and religion and order fall apart to the hermit in the desert. Like,
Yeah.
we will see how a man gets from one to the other in
Oh, you
these
didn't hear?
8 episodes.
6. You didn't hear about the numbers on this show?
No,
Astronomical.
I'm not surprised.
Their subscription rate went up so high. They were like, maybe Obi-Wan gets a season 2. And I was like, cool.
See, I don't know
But what
if-
is
I
he
don't know
going
if
to
you
do?
can get-
Sit on Tatooine? I don't want to
Yeah.
watch that shit. Like,
Also,
I'm tired. Blow that fucking planet up. If I never have to go back to Tatooine again in my life, I'd be happy. But unfortunately, apparently, it's the most important planet in the goddamn solar system. It's like,
I mean,
Stop filming in deserts.
yeah. Go to a forest.
Go to
Hell,
New
there must be a
Zealand.
river planet.
there must be like a grassy planet somewhere, you know?
Yeah, go back to Naboo. We've never gone back there. What are they up to? Yeah, honestly, I want to know, how are the Nabooians doing, knowing that they're like, I don't know, the Naboo people, Nabooians, the booby people, like
They are now the Nabubians.
the Nabooians, like, how are they feeling the fact that their senator became the emperor? Like, that can't be good.
Yeah.
I was when I was watching all the prequels before, I was thinking about that, and like in the time after, does Naboo get like a really chill spot because that's where Sheev comes from? Or
Oh,
like
don't
do they
you
get
motherfucker drop his goddamn first name like you want to?
Look, it's okay.
Look,
Someone
me and
already
Sheev's-
cleaved the sheave.
or like do they like turn their back? Is like that where like the resistance begins because they're like, ooh, we gotta make up for letting this motherfucker live.
I would love to see like a mini series that takes place in Naboo and everyone is just like, oh no, like they're post World War II Germany. They're like, oh
Yeah.
hey
No,
guys,
it's-
like
It's like a documentary / mockumentary where they're interviewing like Sheev's teacher. They're like, "Did you know that
dude,
was
Taika, Taika, I got an idea for you.
and it cuts to like, oh, there
Office
was
on
some,
Naboo.
like some very famous actress, and she's like, "Well, we always kind of felt he was a little off." Like, it's like,
It should be following someone else that's trying to become like the new senator or whatever. That's just like, oh no, but just try not to talk about that guy.
We haven't had a senator in 30 years for good reason. The last one destroyed the entire intergalactic government system.
yeah, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, I have come to terms with Star Wars in the sense that, like, I know it's not mine. It's not necessarily always going to be for me, but I have the old ones to watch, and I don't need to be angry about certain things as much.
Sure. And that's
I
like
mean,
that's a reasonable response. That's
Yeah.
a regular where people should be feeling.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at anything. I still
I
am
know.
enjoying watching, Obi-Wan, and I will watch everything with a lightsaber. Like
Yeah,
at no
totally.
point am I going to turn my back on this franchise. It is in my DNA.
Yes, Jordan down in front.
I have a question that I know nobody can answer. Can answer. Why come everybody get mad when they see a new black person and they're like, oh, there's thousands of aliens in the universe. We have another human, and like you have like her partner who's a literal alien. It's like, no, ignore him. Yes, Anthony.
racism.
Answer yes.
Yeah.
Racism. The world is racist.
I did not know until Mike told me the other day, because we were talking. Like, Mike hates this Reva chick. He's like, he just thinks she's the worst actress. He's like, he goes good character, good design, beautiful woman. Why the fuck can't she act better? And I was like, I don't know. I don't have a problem with her.
I don't have a
But he
problem
was
with her.
like, he goes, and then fucking, you got Han sitting next to her. And I was like, what do you mean, Han? And he's like,
From Fast and
from
Furious.
Fast and Furious. And I was
Yeah.
like, I saw his name in the credit. I saw his name in the credit, and I was like, yeah, I know he's gonna roll up in here. I didn't know I'd actually had already seen him several times.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was so unrecognizable. Also, he's doing a real dumb voice.
He
Like,
sounds.
I'm not too.
He kind
Yeah.
at times he
They're
sounds
all
like he's
making
doing Wong.
choices.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. they're
He's
all
like,
making
you think
choices.
you can come for me? I'm like,
Yeah.
that is an odd choice, man.
It's like
You
he-
can talk normal.
He just finished watching Multiverse of Madness. He's just like, I'm sorry, I can't get Benedict Wong out of my head.
Like I'm also not a fan of like the Reva character. I think the character's motivations are like
She's two-dimensional at best.
yes, but
Yeah.
like of no fault on the actress. She's doing the best she can do with the work that she's got. You know,
Yeah.
I've got nothing bad to say.
Now, I will say this, and we'll wrap this up because Steph is totally
You
tuned
guys
out
can
at this
talk.
point.
I have nothing to say.
You're
That's
on the
fine.
you're on the podcast. We can't exclude you in our conversation.
I will say this though, I do think the fault of this particular series so far is I don't think Deborah Chow is the greatest director, and a lot of her directing choices leave me limp. I was just like, so you didn't want to call in anyone for choreography on that fight scene? Cool. But you do you, baby. Like,
What
you
else
know, I'm
has
just
she
like,
done?
she did some Mandalorian.
Okay.
Look, at this point, if you're not Bryce Dallas Howard, I don't care for you. Like, you need to have her just give her own goddamn show or movie.
I agree.
It's like,
Bryce, Taika,
well, Taika getting his own movie. He good. You know what I mean?
I'm just like naming the good directors.
Ryan
of the
Johnson.
series. No.
Why? Why? I don't need this tonight. Why?
He just wanted to do that. And I'm kind of on the fence. Filoni has directed a couple, right? Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Rodriguez.
Yes, but
I'm
they
thinking
both
Rodriguez.
have. Yeah, Rodriguez is though his Mandalorian episode is fucking amazing, and then his 2 Boba Fett episodes.
All right,
the man
you're
forgot
right.
how to direct. Like, I was like,
Something happened.
like,
you're right.
You were the godfather of independent film. What happened? And then I questioned him, like, were you never a good director? And we just didn't know? Like, really had to sit back and like, fuck you, Jordan.
I was waiting for you to see that.
I had to go back and rethink Once Upon a Time in Mexico and El Mariachi. I was like, Desperado. I was just like, were these not as good as I think they were? Because those movies slap, and I don't want to think they don't.
They're great. This might be a question just for you and like Scott. I don't know who else is like this deep into like film.
We've lost 2 watchers during this, so we will need to move on.
Yeah, Val has left to go watch Obi-Wan.
Smart move. So like in all of Robert Rodriguez's movies, and I haven't watched any of the Spy Kid stuff, so I don't know. But in a lot of that,
I can help you with this.
in a lot of the action stuff, he deliberately seems to include or at least not care about the springboards coming into frame from explosions. I kind of feel
you're just not supposed to mention that.
No, but like even at like Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and like Dusk Till Dawn, like larger budget movies, I almost feel like it's a thing he did on purpose. Like everyone gets like a little bit, like every movie gets a little like one shot. I was honestly looking for it in the Star Wars movies, just like in the background, just one little bling. And I was wondering if anyone else like had that same thought in their head.
I've never noticed it, but now that you have said it, I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah,
so.
Like all of those old Rodriguez movies, it's all in there. Somebody in the background, you'll see it pop up.
I mean, the man gave the greatest line, one of the greatest lines of cinema. Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant? So like, I have to respect
Sex machine.
Sex machine.
Sex machine. Listen, everybody, he had a revolver, a gun with 2 barrels and a 2 cylinders with a barrel that flicked up where his penis is. And that showed up twice in 2 different movies.
Goodness.
In 2 different movies, the same dick codpiece makes an appearance on 2 different actors.
I will admit, though, I love that he brought Danny Trejo into the Star Wars universe, and that was also something I respect.
Yeah,
fucking perfect too. That deserves a change.
Yeah.
Steph, hi. I'm bringing you into the conversation now.
Okay.
So Steph, anyone Anyone crazy at work recently? Give you shit? Any fun work stories? You always have fun work stories.
Get COVID from anyone?
No. Ah,
I think we should like really just talk about this hat. The reason why we're all wearing hats. That
it's
after
so
a
cute.
week,
Look at its little face.
after a week now of having this hat, because you got it only a couple days after the last recording.
Yeah.
So this and another one, you have two hats of one in white, one in black.
Yeah. Came with 2.
How are you feeling about bucket hats? Are you still as passionate as you were last week before you
Yeah.
owned 5 of them?
Like it looks fun. I mean, hold on. Like, it works. It's fine.
It's not
That's
cute.
exactly what I wanted it for. I wanted it to just cover the shape.
You know, I'm really liking. I'm observing on stuff right now. Like a bucket hat is just like it has no form. It's just like loose. Its
Yeah.
shape
Mhm.
comes from how it's sewn together. Yet she still insists on like putting it on top of the headphones and not just letting the headphones be on top of the hat.
No,
Because
because
the
I already
hat's not
tried
gonna
that
stop it.
first. It didn't work if I put it over.
Curve the sides up so it still goes over your ears.
No, because now it looks like a damn sailor's hat.
All right, that's fair.
It
Listen, I
looks like
tried.
a sailor's hat.
No, not like that.
That's what you said.
Not all the way around, just on the sides where your ears need
You-
to meet the
Seth,
headphones.
Everything up if I do that. There's no way
She
to
look-
avoid it.
She looks like she in the Village People. She in the Navy right now. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Watch Jordan. See, just on the sides. Just kind of give a little tuck up. Ta-da!
That's literally all he meant, Steph.
Or just do that
I
if-
could do this. This is fine too.
I
This
thought that was
works.
the uncomfortable thing.
No, I just thought no. Because I put my headphones first and then I tried to put it down and it didn't work.
Yeah,
And
that
then
doesn't
I was
work 'cause
just
you got
like, I didn't
giant-ass
know how to
headphones.
really do all this, so I was just like, it's fine.
As long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it
That's
just
all
feels
that
like
matters.
Look, here's the thing. Of course, bucket
the
hats are gonna work on Steph. It's because she's the most ridiculous person I've ever met. Of course, they're gonna work.
She is unfazed by ridiculousness.
Yes,
That is true, and that is
it's a special
I
talent.
respect that. Yeah, I respect that very, very much.
yeah. Because like I don't know, like obviously like I'll have my different group of friends and I'll say what I want and they'll be like, really? And I was like, yeah, because I don't give a shit. Like I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I don't care who it bothers. I'm wearing this for me.
And good,
Don't get
as
me wrong.
it should be.
There are some things I cannot pull off. And depending on when I know and accept that I can't pull it off, I'll be like, all right, fine, I'm not going to wear this. But I don't know. I was like, this is perfect. Because if not, I'm going to wear my other hat, which is the Explorer hat with the straps.
That one I'd ask you not to. But Steph, after a week of these two, do
Yeah.
you already have more bucket hats that you
Well,
are
I-
eyeing to purchase?
I have the duck one that I was going to add to my birthday
The duck
Amazon
one.
list.
Inform us. Tell us more about the duck hat.
Is this the one from last week that I had floating on your head for half
Okay.
the
It's just
podcast?
like a little, yeah, that one.
Okay, got it.
I thought it was really cute. I was like, I like these. I want them.
Yeah, you're correct. Still getting away with it. Steph is uniquely fabulous.
Well, thanks.
Is there any kind of
Thanks,
variation on a bucket hat?
Steph, you now fuzzy ones. You now need to get those Jinko jeans
No, I will not talk to you.
and get those the net arm sleeves.
Just straight up, will not talk to you.
Oh, like the Hardy Boys? Like
Yes,
those
like the Hardy
nephews?
Boys. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Like, if you came up to me on the street, I would look at you, slap you, and walk away.
Man, I would know your schedule so I could just show up in the store when you're not looking. Just so you could be like, oh my god, can you believe there's this bitch in the store right now? And I'm just like,
Steph, his
I just
schedule
want
is every day.
I want to be the person you're talking about and not realizing it's me.
We do need to get a time machine, go back 20 years, and get you a fuzzy bucket hat.
Oh, I want to get her one for
which
her
one, this?
birthday.
Are you talking about this?
A fuzzy
No, a
bucket
hat.
hat.
No. Still getting
In
away.
chat,
Sid.
in chat.
Tell us about your
Oh,
arm.
and
I'm
chat.
sorry.
Your arm.
Me and
art.
Anthony,
I was like, are you
we're
talking about
pretty
this?
obvious what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought so. Like from the Barbie girl video. or Clueless.
It's it's just like flowers that wrap kind of like a bangle, pretty much around
Tiger?
my arm.
No, the band.
The band?
Oh,
Yeah, like a bangle,
Yeah.
like a
Like an
bracelet.
individual
Yeah.
football player from Cincinnati.
Yeah. I have that. I have a Triforce. I have butterflies.
Wow, that should not have played here.
It should
It
not
should
have.
not.
It did.
This one's you can't see it, but I have a Kingdom Hearts
Steph,
tattoo.
go like this.
Oh. There. It has Mickey, it has a Keyblade, it has a crown, and then it has a heart.
Don't know why you're trying to twist your arm the other way.
Steph, do you have
You can't see it. Huh?
Steph, do you have one of those keyblades from Con like the
No,
big-
I want one.
Why
I have
haven't
not
you?
done
They're,
it
they're
yet.
not expensive. I just assumed you would have one at this point.
No, not yet. I want one of the two. I either want Oathkeeper or I want the original Kingdom Hearts key.
The Kingdom
Okay,
Key.
well I know what one of those are, so you know.
Oathkeeper is
It's one
the
of the
white
two.
one that ups your magic ability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
When's
one's
I'll have to
When's part
watch.
4 supposed to come out?
Nobody knows.
2019.
Probably
Yeah.
2023.
Sora's a man now.
Yes, I think
and he
it
can
might be
fit in his
2024 actually.
shoes.
With his normal
He has
size
big
shoes.
They finally gave him
Size
normal
shoes.
size shoes.
He has normal size shoes now, yes.
He grew into
Good.
him.
Yeah,
Yep,
He
apparently.
grew into him.
he grew. I'm so excited. We'll see how that goes.
I'll have to watch Corm's streams to catch up on Kingdom Hearts.
Corm, I hope to God you stop playing Chain of
Did you
Memories.
stop playing? Yeah. Yeah, I remember I tuned in and I was just like, don't get me wrong, I love Kingdom Hearts, big fan, but some of the games I will not play again because
Chain
it
of Memories
frustrated me.
is that. Don't play
Yeah.
Chain of Memories. It's not a good game.
Yeah, there's some games that Oh, 2 is really good though.
You're gonna skip
Kingdom
2?
Hearts 2?
2 has the
Two
best
is-
combat system.
2 is
Birth
really
by Sleep.
good.
But
Oh yeah, that one too. But well,
Chain of
yeah,
Memories is oh god.
yeah, it's not fun. I played it on what is it? Game Boy Advance.
The
Game Boy.
the 2D version? The
Yeah, the
original
2D,
version,
yeah.
I should say.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's the card combat that kills it. Yes, Anthony.
Yes.
Corm, how are you gonna play 2.5 if you don't play 2?
One is still the best in
Oh, no.
terms of story. 2, they figure out how to make the combat fun. Birth by Sleep, they perfect it. 3, they add way too much goddamn stuff.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of stuff in 3.
Yeah, I haven't even finished 3 because it was just like you got too much going on.
I beat it, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
I'll go back to it someday.
And
I'm
there's
not in a hurry
zero
to get
Final
to it,
Fantasy
so.
characters in Kingdom Hearts 3.
What's the point then?
Mm.
Isn't that like kind of like the whole
The-
game's crux? Is
Well,
like it's
it's supposed to be a mashup of
appeal.
the whole appeal is the mashup of Final Fantasy and Disney, but then for whatever reason for 3 they just didn't have any Final Fantasy characters and let's just do Disney stuff and not connect it to the story really.
3 is
Weird.
beautiful though.
Yes, 3 is
The
great to look
water
at.
looks so pretty, and I don't want to spoil the worlds because they're fun worlds to experience.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Like the worlds are fantastic; they're huge, but they don't connect together like they did in 1 through 2.9.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Sorry, 2.8. 2.9 is the intro to 3.
What do we got for 22?
Number
That was our first-
22 on the list of ridiculousness, Leland.
Oh, all right.
I'll allow Steph to trail off and look at her phone, but I'm not gonna stand here
it's
and let you do it.
It's a pick your poison. So I don't know if you have that ready. Should I go down to just the next number?
You know what? I do actually.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
I do happen to have it. I am 70% unpacked, 80% unpacked right now.
Okay.
I did my desk last night, and took forever trying to find the power cord for my monitor, and then realized, oh, that random power cord that'd been appearing, that's what that was.
I don't know what this is. Toss.
Well, I threw it into a box of other like power cords, and then I
Yeah.
realized like, oh shit, that's the one I think I need for the monitor. It's the monitor you gave
Yeah.
me, Steph. So
Oh,
then
okay, yeah.
I go back and now I've got like a fistful of different monitors of like varying close to different kind of plugs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, if I plug like the wrong one in, like, will that fuck up my monitor? And bless you, Steph, and your weird neuroticism. The cable itself has a tag that says monitor on it, and I recognized your handwriting.
I love it. Perfect.
And I'm like, oh, out loud, I said, bless you, Steph.
I love that. Cool. I label a lot of things when I can label it, so I'm glad that that worked in your favor.
No, Seth, you don't label things. You put your brand on them. It's called branding.
Huh. Got it.
Okay, I'll throw this one out first, that you can discuss while I put some other pairs together. Pick Your Poison is a game that's pretty much just would you rather. Here we go. Would you rather dress like you did in middle school for the rest of your life, or constantly feel like you need to pee?
I'd rather dress
what
like
I
I'm
wore
from
in
middle school.
Yeah, middle school.
To be honest, in middle school, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it, Seth. You go.
Yeah, middle school, I was a very Forever 21 person. So I was one of those bitches that wore like the long sleeves with the wings. Have you ever seen that shit?
Steph, that's
You
still
mean on a
you.
butterfly.
It would be long sleeves, and then they would just drape, like just fabric would just be draping off of it, and I called them wings.
Yes, because everyone
Yeah.
looked like they came from Charmed.
Yeah, it was that. And then, I mean, I did have one of the, I was also that bitch that had like baby
A
girl
bucket hat.
or like fucking
A bucket hat and suspenders.
some other shit. Yeah, that was fine. I don't mind dressing up how I did in middle school for the rest of my life. That's okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not feel like I have to pee at all times, because then when will I know? When will I know when it's real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember specifically. Anthony in middle school. God, I don't remember it being good.
Nobody dressed good in middle school. You're in middle school.
Think
But like, I'm
also,
trying to remember. Like, middle school is 6, 7, 8. Is that where we're?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
shooting?
7,
Okay.
8, yeah.
A Mervyn still existed then. And I got a lot of my clothes
Oh
there
yeah,
too.
I shopped the fuck out of a Mervyn's, California. No, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I get like full control over like buying my own clothes until freshman year. Like the summer going into high school, I think is when my mom like just like go to the mall with your friend and here's $100, buy school stuff, and then she got real mad when I bought $50 shoes.
That's half the bill.
Yeah, she
But it's
was
shoes for
real mad.
school.
I needed shoes. These are Airwalks. They're cool now. They won't be in 10 years. They will be at
Oh,
Payless in
Airwalks.
10 years.
I miss my Airwalks. They were the most comfortable fucking shoes.
It's like
I
walking
think I
on
got
air.
Airwalks at Famous Footwear.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Remember those.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time kind of really remembering. I think I was just like just generic as fuck.
I mean, I know I
Let's
basically
see.
just
Or skater shoes. I remember that. Getting a pair of Etnies
actually,
or something like that.
you know what? Now that I
What?
think about it, in middle school, I would wear just like a black shirt, jeans, and Jordans.
Well, that's a classic look. That still plays.
Yeah, no, that's what I wear now.
Yeah.
Like I remember
See,
early
from-
high school.
Middle
I can
school
tell
for
you-
me would have been 90, 91, 92. So I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
like what the I bet I just wore a bunch of Levi jeans shorts and
Hammer pants.
ugly ass t-shirts. I
Hammer
tried
pants?
on one pair of hammer pants once. I remember I
Those are
wanted
hammer
them.
pants?
We tried them on. I came out of the dressing room and my mom goes, "Nope," and
Ste-
went right back in and took them off.
Steph, they're called
the
joggers
extent of
now.
my hammer pants.
I remember
Oh.
having like one or two
Oh,
when
okay.
when I was young. Like in that the same year. I'm just younger than you are.
Oh, I mean,
Um
Actually, I think hammer pants are more like the harem pants that I wear nowadays, Steph.
yeah, that's kind of where
Oh.
they.
yeah, super loose. Like just baggy as
those.
fuck, light material. And if you're
Yeah.
actually hammer, they're reflective.
Not
Oh,
very
yeah, I
flattering
loved
on
those.
anybody.
And then they
I
close in on
loved
your
Yeah.
ankle.
windbreaker
It's
pants.
closing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they cinch at your ankles.
Real
Yeah,
dumb.
those are
Um,
fun. I like those.
How bad do we have to pee?
I mean, do you mean like right now?
Exactly
Or-
how you
No.
feel. Exactly how you feel right now.
Okay, well then I would go with
Man,
that.
I don't know.
I don't know how
hate when
bad you need to pee right now.
I don't.
Hot-
like I just
As-
hate
a-
having
Anthony-
the
For
feeling
the
of
show.
having to pee. It sucks. So I would very
Anthony-
much wear middle school clothes.
Me and Steph can attest. As people who have had urine tract infections, trust me.
Yeah.
Wear the bad clothes.
It's just a feeling though.
Oh.
Constantly
Yeah,
feeling
but
it.
it's
It sucks
it's
because
more.
you never
It
know
sucks.
when you're gonna go, and it's just like
Yeah.
like this is me on rides. I just get nervous. Like when something's about to happen, I get nervous, and then I feel like I have to pee. Like even before the movie, I feel like I have to pee, and I know I just peed, but as I sit down, I'm like, I'm sure I could pee a little bit more. Go to the bathroom, get what 3 drops,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like, I didn't
Walk the
really
pee.
have to go, but it felt like I had to. That's what sucks. Like just the sensation of having to pee fucking sucks.
But I
Like,
dress way better now.
yeah, no,
But also, this
100%.
isn't real.
Yeah, also not real.
yeah,
But for the
But
bit,
still, if
yes,
it
I will dress like I
was-
was, like I dressed
I
in
would 100%. Yeah,
in middle school. I dress
I could wear
cool,
a
so
tat, and it would still be okay.
it's true. Again, Steph, I
long as it-
imagine you dress as shorty just all the time in middle school.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a Bust a Groove reference.
hmm Or bust a move if you had the bootleg Japanese.
If you had the Japanese version, yes, it's not bootleg. That's just what it's called in Japan.
Oh, sorry, the Japanese version.
As long as I didn't like painfully have to pee, like if it was like a middle on that scale, I think I might go in that direction.
What if every time
But
now,
you're
yeah, it's
always
painful.
feeling that.
Huh?
What if you're just
Jordan.
always feeling that, like it's painful, like
Well, yeah, I don't want to do that. I guess I deal with dressing like I did in junior high, like a
Well, that's what I
generic
mean. Like,
ass white kid in the background of any fucking television show.
yeah, think about that. You're gonna have that feeling all the time. So let's say, like, you're having good bedroom time. Now you gotta feel like you gotta pee.
But you've never just like dealt with that problem?
No, I end up getting up to go pee.
Hold back. Well, that's a mood
No.
killer.
I need to know that I'm okay and that I peed.
well, have you ever
Alright,
considered
I feel
like
we've
using
exhausted this conversation. Do we want to just move on to another pick your poison or what?
All right.
It's just,
Fine.
we're just
Fine.
talking about
Let's-
peeing now. It's like, it's just-
Fine. We'll fight animals some more. Ready for this?
Ooh,
I keep
Are they-
seeing more people
do they
talk
have a
about shit like
claymore?
this.
what animals?
Yeah, just like, would you rather fight a chicken that's in your car every single day or fight a lion?
Yeah, we did that last time.
No, we did an orangutan with a sword.
And
No,
a chicken.
we did this car one.
We
Chicken
did
in
the
the car.
chicken in the car.
Yeah,
we
chicken in the
did
car
that.
or orangutan with a sword.
Oh,
But you're still
that's
fighting
right.
chicken every day. All right, here we go. Let's fight another animal. Would you rather fight a kangaroo with your bare hands
oh, I'd fail.
Oof. Kick me once,
or
tear my stomach.
answer every call from a telemarketer and engage in conversation with them until they hang up?
I'm fighting the goddamn
You
kangaroo.
hang up.
I'm
can
fighting the
make you hang
kangaroo.
up.
Leland?
You cut out for me. What was the fight a kangaroo with my bare hands and then what?
Answer every telemarketer and have a conversation with them until they hang up.
I could do
kangaroo.
that. No, I could do that.
I get way too many telemarketer
I only had
calls.
to fight the kangaroo once, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
then
guess.
I'll take that. Yeah.
That kangaroo's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
That
yes,
kangaroo's
it will.
I
gonna
watched a
kill you.
video the other
100%.
day. Look, it's gonna hit me once. I'm gonna fall to the ground and get to the fetal position. It's gonna run away. I'm okay. Like I can take that.
It's gonna hop away.
No, you
I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's gonna hop away.
all
I'm
over
gonna,
your
you're in the
guts.
worst pain of your life on the ground, but you're like, at least I don't have to answer calls.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, I will get like 2 foot like drop kicked by a kangaroo. It's sitting on its tail and it kicks me with both feet.
Flat in your chest.
I fall down onto the ground and it like rips my stomach open and tries to put its children inside of me. Like I will have that happen to me, then have to answer every single telemarketer call and make them hang up.
I could
just
do that.
concave your fucking ribs.
Because at least then my death is swift.
As opposed to just like talking to people.
I don't like talking to people.
That's true.
I was on the phone this last week for 20 minutes trying to cancel my AT&T service.
Oh God.
no.
Holy shit, do they not want you to cancel your service?
Hey, I need to cancel.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
moving. Like,
Well, what are you moving to? I'm sure we could find you some service.
Yep. And then I told him, oh, actually, I already looked it up because I like that fiber optic. But you only offer like a minimum 50 megabyte service, and that's just not going to cut it. And this guy like constantly kind of keeps coming back about how like, oh, well, where he lives in Missouri, like he's got 50 and he does tournaments.
bitch, I'm not in Missouri. I'm not in a place that sounds
I
like
don't even-
misery. I don't care that you're the only guy on the internet there. Like,
for 18 minutes, literally 18 minutes, I had to go back and look and like how fucking long was that? I talked to this guy. I learned about him, he learned about me, just to cancel my service.
sir,
And
if you
at
continue
least-
this conversation, I will never be a customer here again, and it will be your fault. What's your name again? Fred? Fred, it is your fault that I'll never come back to this company.
And I'll put that on the exit survey. I'll put your name specifically, Fred.
What's your last name, Fred? I want them to know. Give me your ID number. I don't care. I will tell them it was you.
And even with like the side conversation,
I will
it
tell
still would have
them it
been
was you.
15 minutes of me
Jeez.
talking to this guy trying to cancel. It's bananas. But I don't want to fight a fucking kangaroo. Have you seen kangaroos?
Yeah, they're jacked as shit.
Fucking ripped.
Yeah. They have
Yeah, dude,
biceps
one
bigger
of them
than Steph's
turned
head,
around
and that's
That
saying
kicked
something.
Someone. Hey, rude. That kicked someone.
They're not even known for punching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
They're known for
I've
just
seen
kicking.
a cartoon that pretty much told me they are because they have their own boxing gloves.
Yeah, I played Tekken. I know that they can box.
No, they go
There's a
and they lean
kangaroo in
back
Tekken?
and
Yes, his name is
balance.
Roger.
Yeah. I remember it being
Not-
cute.
Not Kangaroo Jack,
Nope.
starring Jerry O'Connell.
God, that movie's so weird.
No,
the,
Kangaroo
like, the
Jack's-
production of that movie is so weird.
Remember
The
that?
behind the scenes of that movie are insane.
Remember how all the trailers pointed out that one scene where Jack talks, and that's just a dream sequence that doesn't actually happen.
No, I've never seen it.
I don't think I've
It's
seen that.
it's bananas.
I'm good. I don't need to see that shit.
I will be killed by a kangaroo because then at least when I'm, well, let's be honest, in hell, I can tell them, oh yes, a kangaroo put my dick in the dirt and then slammed me with its tail, like so I went even deeper. And that's why I'm here.
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Pick your poison.
My poison is kangaroo.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. telling.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm working on it.
Hi, I'm Steph.
God.
I mean, she's right.
I mean, I was talking.
Yeah, no,
I would
she's
tell
not.
you.
She's not wrong.
None
But-
of you are helping.
Steph, would you like a what color hat would you not wear?
Orange.
Mm, mean, I would wear it, but I guess it just depends what I'm wearing it with. It's like how I wear masks. I literally wear all these bright freaking colors. I really don't care. It
Steph,
covers-
orange is your least worn
Wait,
color.
did you say it's like when I wear masks?
Yeah, because right now I've been wearing those like Korean
She means face
Korean
masks.
face masks.
COVID masks.
So I have them in like yellow, orange,
Okay.
Pepto-Bismol
yeah.
pink,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
purple, green.
The first thing that came to mind was that she was putting on like a superhero domino mask, and I was like, "Why are you wearing those?"
Because
Like,
I
at what
can't.
point in
Who
your
can tell me no, ma'am? You can't wear that. Fine.
I was just like, what crime are you fighting that you require that?
I don't know, whatever I want to fight.
That's all. I was just like, I don't know where you're going with this. I don't know what's happening, but you do you, baby. Rock it
I
out.
don't know.
But yeah, Steph, you
Welcome
would
back,
not
Rob.
wear an orange shirt hat because you don't wear orange.
I mean, yeah, that's.
You
kinda
have
true. I
literally nothing in your closet that has orange.
I wore a solid orange shirt last week.
For what reason would you wear a solid orange shirt?
There
Was that
clothes.
the
And I was at the
pre-sleepwear
house.
shirt before?
Were you?
It's the orange. It's the plain. Like it's just like those plain orange shirts. It's just a plain T-shirt.
Oh,
That's
actually,
another thing that I used to do in high school.
Yeah.
I used to just I went to Walmart and I bought every color in large in the men's section of plain colored T-shirts, and
Yeah.
I wore that with sweatpants.
yes, this
Well,
is
that
during your
was
thug
Steph
phase. Yes.
Yeah.
Steph went out to a construction site.
Oh, here, I'll go wear this.
Steph the foreman.
Yeah.
Look over there. We need to put this over
Yeah,
there.
I'm trying to think.
Move
any
those.
color.
Sir. I
don't
needed this
know.
cement made yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to
okay.
think.
How we
I'm
doing? Have we vamped
orange.
enough?
All right. Would you rather
hmm
clog the toilet every time you poop outside your home,
Oh, that sucks.
Already do, baby.
Sucks.
or
On purpose.
That's terrible.
tickle
It's the worst.
whoever's in front of you every time you're waiting in line for more than a minute?
Wait, you said tickle?
What happens?
Tickle.
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 I gotta tickle someone.
Yes. Anytime
Like,
you're
are-
in line for more than a minute, you have to tickle the person in
Shit.
front of you. Or you blow up every bathroom that is not your own.
Oh man.
Yeah, the problem with
I think-
touching someone else,
yeah.
you can get arrested,
Exactly.
and I feel that the option has to be
Yeah.
the toilet.
I think I would rather clog every
You've got a
toilet.
little
Toilet.
card. You've
I
got
don't
a
know
little
what you want me to
card, like
do.
a medical card, like the Joker that explains your situation.
And then look at the card and say, "This isn't a real thing. Police, please come here."
Yeah.
If not, we could wait in line, and then I'm gonna have to tickle you. It's your choice.
I guess
What-
at that
what would
point,
you
I
rather
will
have?
just.
Let me go in front of you, please.
That just at that point, I'll just be like, you know what? I'll just make sure I time my poops to be at home.
Or just have an emergency
you-
plunger in your car.
Okay, wait, hang on. Nope.
Let's
Steph. Steph, think
No,
about
I
it this
do
way.
not have
Steph.
an emergency plunger in my car. I'm just
Yeah.
saying this would work, right?
No, would it?
Yeah.
Steph,
Would
you're
it?
Steph thinking it out.
Okay, say you're at Six Flags.
Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't let me have a plunger, but I would ask, or I would at least
Steph-
tell someone.
I
Steph
would
invents
ask,
a
she
collapsible
says.
plunger.
Yeah.
You know, if you're at a theme park, Steph, who the fuck cares? And no one's gonna know it was you.
Oh, that's true.
That's also
There's
true.
at least always
Yes.
2 stalls plugged up at every theme park you've ever been to in every
The thing
bathroom.
that sucks
So you
though
just be
is
like,
the
"Mm."
women's restrooms. There's always a fucking line, so someone's gonna know you fucked up that toilet.
You just say, "Hey, it was like that when I went in. My bad," and then you walk away, and
Ew,
they'll never see your face.
you're so used to it. They'll think she's
Hey,
an even bigger
sometimes you
freak.
gotta go.
Go.
She- you know what?
Sometimes
She's
you
wearing
just
her
gotta go.
She's wearing her mask. No one will know it was her.
No, listen, I'll tell you why
Oh,
this
no,
doesn't work.
everyone
And,
knows it's
and
Steph.
it's the same reason why I don't take dumps in porta potties. You're not supposed to stack your poop on top of someone else's poop.
It's a
Is
weird
that
concept.
a superstition?
No, it's a way of
Old
life.
Jamaican superstition.
Is that a superstition we've not heard of? Like,
It's bad luck to stack poop.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
stack
just-
poop on other people's poop, your firstborn child doesn't live. I don't know. It's like-
Your daughter will never marry.
Your firstborn
no.
child has IBS.
yeah. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Seems redundantly stupid, but okay. You know,
Your firstborn child will have Crohn's or colitis disease, which you can still donate to help cure Crohn's and colitis disease. If
Link
you
in the
right.
chat.
if you just follow the chat link,
There you go.
they're
It's
always
okay, Corn,
accepting
we're moving on
donations.
to a different question. We're done with
Yeah.
this topic. So
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Would you rather travel exclusively by horse-drawn carriage or have an irremovable 2-foot-long tail?
Okay, so
Removable too long.
No.
2 foot long tail.
you can't remove it. You cannot remove
Oh.
the tail.
what kind of tail?
A useless tail.
But
So
what
not
kind of tail?
like
Yeah.
Not,
Not
like a
like
nightcrawler
Nightcrawler.
tail.
Not like a nightcrawler tail.
Like a
It's-
pigtail?
Is it just like skin hanging off of you like a tail?
Yeah, like if it's a pigtail or like a small tail, you can hide that. And
Yeah.
whoever
It's
you're with
2
in
feet
the bedroom,
long.
you can be like, look, I have a disability, not a disability. What do you
24 inches long.
Yeah, the tail. But it could be fun.
24 inches long?
Yes.
So
it's
I'll
2
wrap it
feet
around my
long.
waist like it's a belt. It's fine. It's a flesh
Like a
belt.
saying.
Yeah, like a saying. That's a better one. I
Can
I
we
very
change
much
it to
regret.
it's an
Flesh belt.
it's like an animal tail that does nothing. Like,
I really regret saying flesh belt.
you should.
really should.
You
should.
really
Dogs
should.
get excited, and their tails are real cute when they get excited.
Honestly,
so I wouldn't mind
what was the
it.
other? What was the other option?
Travel exclusively by horse-drawn carriage.
No, it's the tail. Obviously, everyone's gonna have a tail.
Yeah, because think about a hot fucking day. You're just in a carriage. You gotta go
On
the
some
same
horse ass.
speed every fucking day. You can't go that fast.
Yeah.
I'd
I
very
know,
much
I've been
rather
there-
have a car. I have places I
I've-
want to go.
I've
Hey,
been
we're
to
going
Red
to
Dead. I
Six
know.
Flags.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there soon. I'm in my carriage.
I have
By the
one
time I get to the
horsepower.
park's closed. Like,
Well-
oh no, I'm getting a tail.
I say
The
we fuck
course is
horses
the tail will
altogether.
make
It's
make
true.
her money.
It's have an OnlyFans. You want to see my tail? $10.
Well, that's
Tail.
why I was asking. Like, is it kind of like an animal tail, or is it just this? Like, what does the tail look like in your mind? Because in my mind, I see like an animal tail.
I see
like
a fox
monkey's
tail, To be honest,
Ooh, like 7 of them.
Ooh.
It's 9, but
Realistically-
Whatever.
Realistically, if humans had tails, it'd probably be more like a rat tail. Like it probably would not
Now
be
I don't want
like
it.
Nope.
furry
Well,
or,
it's
or
very
hairy
much
or
more
anything.
of a tail than the carriage.
Like we're
I-
not furry creatures.
yeah, I don't care. I'm having a tail. It's gonna be a. I'm gonna have a flesh belt.
You know,
Stop
I'm
saying
sure
it.
someone will invent, or we can make like like a fur thing that just slides over
sleeves?
the tail and becomes a furry tail.
Like a tail condom.
Like a little tail accessory. I don't know. Maybe you could hang a jewel at the end of
Look,
it.
how quick did Steph get to decorating
hands.
her tail? Like, it went from I want a tail to now I have something to dress up and
She's got a
accessorize
bejeweled
with a
sock for her tail.
Yes,
Can
she'll
you
have
imagine-
she'll have a bejeweled hat. She'll have a bucket hat for her fucking tail.
Can you imagine that comment? Just like, babe, babe, can you put my tail in the sock?
Ew.
I think if it's like a,
Bells?
I would be okay with it if it was like a hairless cat tail, like one of those cat tails.
Yeah, it could be like that too.
Yeah, I don't. When you
it's-
said rat tail, I got real disgusted. I
What's
don't
the
know why,
difference?
but I know there isn't a difference. I understand, like logically there isn't one, but for some reason I'm acceptable on the cat tail versus the rat
not
tail. I
the rat
don't know
tail.
why.
Jordan,
Yeah.
What kind of skin would be on that tail? Like, would it be like our normal skin, or is it something
Yeah,
weird like
you'd
our
have a
palms or
black
lips?
tail.
Like, what was just like lip
Oh.
skin? You know?
unlikely. It would be like your surface exposed
I'm
skin.
a-
Yeah, it would
I
be
get-
like
You're saying a
this.
lot of things I don't like today. Flesh tail, lip skin, like there's just so much things being coming out of your mouth
Oh
today.
yeah,
Like
lip
it just
skin. Oh, look at her
See,
lip skin.
like,
It's
yeah,
real smooth.
Yeah, like maybe knee skin, you know? Like it has like ridges
yeah, I'm
and
feeling
shit.
my knees right now.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, does it
it would
okay,
be very
I'll
flexible.
let go the fantasy that it's prehensile and will do things for me, but like, my God, but how helpful would that be?
So helpful.
Oh, it'd be great. Oh
But-
yeah, if the tail was useful, 100%. Like
Yeah.
it would beat out every other thing.
I
I would
just
just
get my
keep the
tail
tail.
and grab my water. And
That's
then
Yeah,
not,
like, it
that's
would
not
be
even a negative
amazing.
anymore.
I'd
Yeah.
almost
I'm paying
exclusively
money for
eat
it.
with it.
Just a little
I
spade
did-
tail coming up and like just like putting Doritos in my
Yeah, you
mouth,
just see like just coming.
bouncing a hot dog off of it, and I'm just like hum tom tom.
It's like you see a plate like come up. I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, you stupid.
I'm
God.
really appreciating how against horse-driven carriage we are.
Why
wanna
would you
be stuck in a
consider that?
horse-driven carriage?
Anthony,
Fuck
imagine
no.
imagine doing your job, but you have to get to each place with a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah,
That's gonna
there'd
be
You have to
difficult.
take
much,
care of the horse.
so much time in transit. I would barely have to work.
That's true, and you'd barely go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the fastest way for him to get fired. Like you don't show up to any of the properties.
I like to be in a car that has air conditioning in
Listen,
case I need
my
it.
work
Or if it's
provided
too
vehicle
cold,
is
I
a
can make it
horse-drawn
warm.
carriage too.
Yes, because you
the
exclusively
carriage.
transport
bugs.
yourself via horse-drawn carriage. Like, sorry guys,
And
I
then you
gotta
gotta
get ready.
worry-
I have work tomorrow at 8 a.m. I gotta go now.
Yeah, you got to make sure the horses are all good. They're fed. You don't even feed your horse in the game.
You have to travel by
No,
night because it's cooler.
Listen, when that horse starts coming to me and stop making me walk to it, I'll start feeding it. I'll give it an apple.
But no, if the more you feed it, the more it will come to you. You're not understanding how
Okay,
it
well.
works in the game.
No, the fuck it will. I've seen your horses.
Yeah, mine
Ain't none of
comes
your
all
work.
the way to me, even in camp.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Look, we each have one problematic horse.
Yeah. Oh, which one mine was?
I don't
I
know.
don't- I don't know
it's
which
fucking
mine is.
whatever.
It's peanuts, Steph. It's
yeah.
peanuts.
Yeah, no, peanut is the one that I use.
Yes, we
Wait,
know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like gumdrop or cupcake or muffin or whatever the fuck
Like-
she names her.
Like Buttercup is marginally better.
Oh, Buttercup.
Is Falcor
Yeah.
my trouble horse?
No, I'm not too sure because you don't really switch out your horses too much. So I don't think
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
I
I mean,
keep the
Dave
same
is
horse
my
for a while.
problematic horse. Dave's been my problem. And
Dave.
Scott's is
Damn it, Dave.
Velasco or Harambe. Harambe is his problematic horse.
I don't think I have a problematic horse.
Yeah, I don't think I have a problematic horse.
I
I think
you
all my
haven't
horses
used
are fine.
Yayo very often, so I don't know.
That's because the game keeps switching it on me. I would use Yayo way more because it's my fastest horse.
I mean, it's a very
you just
easy
gotta
fix
set it.
to just,
Yeah,
you just gotta
yes.
set it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I don't care enough. I don't feel like doing that.
You say
Uh,
this.
I don't have enough saddles for all my horses.
Cornbread, you had
Uh-huh.
horse insurance and an extended warranty. That's
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
horse Corm had was perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, everybody. This is just dumb now. We had
Now?
a good time.
yeah. Now, like,
We had a good time. We were talking goofy.
please
but
please
if-
name this episode Flesh Belt.
If you have enjoyed this ridiculous conversation, then be sure you are following us on our social medias. We are on the ones that matter, and you can find us by searching the League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. If you maybe missed the beginning of this Twitch stream, you can catch us on the podcast side. We are available on the podcast places when they're released, and you can again search them by looking for League of Ridiculous Conversations. We took off another number off the list of ridiculousness. We ended up with Pick Your
Mhm.
Poison, which giving us this array of oddities we went through. We learned something about ourselves and our bathroom habits, that's for sure. But if you want to add more topics, then you can email your ideas, concepts, suggestions for the podcast. Send whatever you want. Send us a list of your favorite episodes to lorcpodcast@gmail.com. We Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Same bat time right here on the Bat channel, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday nights we do the podcast. That's what you're watching right now. Thursday is Co-op Thursday with Jordan and Steph, where they play a game.
Resident Evil 6 right now.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday we get together for the community and we play large multiplayer games, co-op games, whatever we can kind of get into. Anything from Red Dead to Jackbox.
Everyone with the PlayStation right now, Nick All-Stars Battle Royale is free on PlayStation Plus, and they actually added voices to the game, and it sounds a lot better because the characters actually emote.
Does it matter if you download the PS4 or PS5 version?
We'll probably have to get the PS4 version
so everyone can
so
play.
I
everyone
don't think
can
it's
play it.
cross-gen.
What game is this?
Nick All-Stars.
It's free.
The Smash Bros game that's with Nick characters, Nickelodeon characters.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just grab it. It's
Multiverses
free.
is going to be out like in 3 months or something.
Don't worry, we'll play Jackbox too.
We'll play a bunch of different games.
And Fall Guys.
This is trying a bunch of games.
Fall Guys on June
I just-
21st.
I want to get a shirt, but I have to get the perfect shirt from Jack.
TKO,
Stop it,
yeah.
Jordan.
Jackbox.
Yeah.
One that speaks to me.
I have 4 of them. Oh, 3. I'm giving
I
Steph
know,
one of
and
them.
those spoke to you, but I have yet to find the one that speaks to me.
Hi,
Well, then maybe
Leland.
this
This is
Sunday-
the one.
Maybe this
Get it?
Sunday we
Hi.
deliberately play Jackbox in search of the perfect shirt.
What? The
We can
shirt
try.
that has an illustration of a nicely drawn banana, and on the bottom it says, "My life is pain." It was not talking to
It's
you.
perfect. It was, but you bought it.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I also will say a lot of the shirts are great. I don't like the shirt color choices, and that also determines if I'm going to buy it or not.
That's
I
fair.
was like, that sure be great if it was black, and I can't change the color to black.
Oh,
know what I
got
mean?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and fuck whoever drew that banana was like too goddamn good. Like that made me so angry. I was like, wait, I'm the artist.
Their shading was on
Should
point.
we
It was
using-
outlined.
Use that iPad Pro. Use the
I
stylus.
was. Apparently, you know what it is I can't do the shit that I know how to do on that simplistic
Oh, yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Oh,
what,
you
I
can't use your
can't-
filters and your
I was
brushes.
like, I can't shade? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, you need to get back to some pencil and paper.
I drew something on paper the other day, and it was like, yeah, I can still do
You're
this.
like, undo. Damn it.
The undo button is that rubber thing on the bottom of the pencil.
On the other side.
Hmm.
Jordan, you're out there on the internet. Tell the people how to find you.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear, where I stream things. Usually on Fridays, that's the day where I do whatever. This past week I played Sifu. It's a really fun game. If you like beat 'em up games that have a deep combat system, I highly recommend Sifu. It's really fun. The main mechanic of that game is every time you die, it adds a year to your life. Now, if you say you die 3 times, now whenever you die, it'll add 3 years to your life. So if you die more and more, that death counter goes up higher and higher. So at one point, I died like 8 times in a row. So every time I died, I would age 8 years. And by the time you hit around 80, you die and you have to start that level entirely over again. It's a lot of fun. It's a cool mechanic. I'm really enjoying it. The older you get, it locks you out of like certain upgrades because you're just too old to do them now. Or you're just too old to learn them now. So it's stuff like that.
Cool mechanic.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. Apparently they're still adding more stuff to the game over time, so still gain support. It's like a $30-$40-ish game. It's fun. I recommend it. Yeah, so if you're into that, that's kind of what I do on Fridays. I'm thinking about adding more days to my streaming schedule. Don't know yet. I like having a weekend, Saturdays entirely to myself. It's been great. Gives me a lot of
Good.
time to just relax and do stuff that I want to do. It's good for my mental health, as they say nowadays.
That's good.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And usually, if I'm not if I'm not hosting the LRC stream, I'll be having the stream going up on my end, on my channel. So this past Sunday, Steph was hosting the stream, and I also had it going on my channel. So if that's what you're into, that's what happens on my channel. Steph, tell the people what you do and where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephanoids. That's STPHUHNOIDS. Currently, I'm on the vegetarian recipes of Cooking Mama Cook Star. And eventually, if someone else gets Cooking Mama Cook Star, I want to do the co-op.
I vote for cornbread.
Yeah.
Are you
I was
chopping
looking.
broccoli?
If you get it on PlayStation, I think it's like $40 right now. But if you go into a Target, it's $20. What's happening? I don't see something happening on the screen. No.
I made a joke for Leland.
Oh, okay, got it. That's all. Hey, Leland, what do you do on the internet?
You can follow my artist journey on Leland Pierce Art on Instagram and the Facebook. Right now I'm doing 30 days of Star Trek things. Got 2 to go. We're having a real hard time coming up with those last 2. I may stop at 28 and just say fuck it. But what? Draw
College
you?
boy,
Balloons.
you know I've always
Oh.
got ideas for you.
I know. I haven't got there yet.
Okay.
I could tap myself out and then figure out what to do. It's just like,
So as your last resort, you come to your bud.
yeah. So Leland Pierce Art, Instagram, Facebook, and at Twitter, you can find me at Mild Chuckles. I'm up to 18 followers. When I get to 25, I'm gonna tweet something. So
What will he tweet? We don't know. That's
Still so
that's the
excited.
gambit.
it probably won't be
So
interesting
excited.
because there's too much pressure at this point. So,
I made it to 25. Woo! We
Yeah.
just go nuts.
all right. Well, Anthony. where can
And
they find you on
if
the internet?
you want to see my 2-foot long tail, then find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter.
At least you didn't say
I
flesh
thought you were
belt.
gonna say something like "Be the hat on my head." Ha 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 ha. You know.
Oh,
Oh.
you mean the other hat I didn't show anybody? My Jimmy hat?
Oh.
Yeah. I
No?
guess so.
You brought this on yourself, Steph.
I know. I did.
She doesn't know what that means, Anthony.
A Jimmy hat. It's a condom.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, see, she
Yeah.
knows. She knows
Fucking
things.
A, look at that. Yeah.
It's a good thing she
So
had that
on
word a day
Tinder-
calendar.
Oh my god, I want a board a day calendar that has Jimmy hat as an option or as a day. No, we're at the other part. So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Steph, did you forget?
Yeah, I started answering a question on chat, and I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Oh.
Gonna save
But-
this.
But yes, Fall Guys goes multi-platform and cross-platform on June 21st.
All right. Cool.
So we shall add that to the LRC gaming rotation. Because that'd be a good time.
Orm, I move
Sorry.
here.
Just- Is it like an apartment building?
Yes, it is a large apartment complex.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
So it's got all that apartment complex stuff like pools and like
An exercise
Um,
room?
exercise. I have a fitness room.
Wow, there you go.
Ah, snap.
Yeah. When my body stops hurting, I think maybe I'll start trying to get myself to just like walk on the treadmill.
You should.
Yeah, just
But
walk, play an episode on Netflix. Time will
I
go
don't know
by.
if I can like
Listen to a
turn
podcast.
on Netflix. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess I could do it on my phone. I don't know. In my head,
They don't have it. They don't have a
what?
TV in there.
Well, I forget. It's been forever since I've even looked at the gym. I just know it has it because I've rented units in this complex before. I have
Fair
tenants
enough.
I'm trying not to be noticed by. It's a big
Oh.
complex. It should be pretty easy to do.
God, wearing that hat, you look like a guest on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Ooh.
Who, me?
No, Anthony.
Oh no, that was
okay.
me.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about me. I was like, really? Who would be
I thought
wearing
maybe
this?
I thought maybe it could be Leland, but not me. I didn't think it could be me.
Well, just because he headphones, mic, a trucker hat. Yeah.
You just got to like down an IPA and like talk about
Yeah,
how
okay.
you know.
that works better.
Apparently, you give off a very much "I'm gonna storm the Capitol" vibe in that hat. Apparently.
On my "Make America Goth Again" hat,
Aw.
I do have the thought of like people seeing the hat and not reading it clearly, and then having the complete wrong impression of me.
Yeah.
Well, those are people you don't need in your life, and that's negativity. So fuck them.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but if it's just a misunderstanding, if they just didn't read my hat, that's
Well, that's on them. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
on
that's
you.
on them, and they will be destroyed.
If anyone sees that hat and goes, "Hell yeah, brother," you know you're in the wrong.
Oh God.
Revise not wrong.
Oh.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
It's not wrong.
Um,
Yeah.
Scott, this is actually Australian leather. I'm not sure if you can see
Oh,
inside.
it's made from kangaroo,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
made by kangaroos actually.
made of and by.
Do they pound the leather with their tails?
It's
Out
like
with
a
their
beaver.
giant
Pounding it.
biceps. Hold on a second.
Pounding it.
Calm the fuck down.
Let's put these away. Steph, remember to upload your audio.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where the file went. Or the D.
It goes
my
in.
D drive.
It goes to different places.
Sometimes I get on the wrong thing and then I get confused.
Fair. Also, hi, Rovi.
What's
Pound some tail. Oh God.
Nope.
Yeah, see, that's why I got confused
That's
because
up.
I did put... Oh, I guess that's where
Hi.
we go.
There are children.
Oh,
Hi.
you didn't tell me it was switch time. You want to come say hi to everybody?
Hi.
This is this is my nephew Raymond. He's the one who gave me the hot beans at Christmas.
Ah,
Oh,
hot bean
hello.
boy.
Just so you can put a face to that kind of mischief.
Anthony has a son.
Oh.
Not that I know of.
Hi, child.
Hey, kid.
All right, yeah. My family came
Well,
to
we'll cut this
to
short then.
walk over and visit. So you guys go ahead and hang out. I'm gonna hang out with them.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with
I got
us.
food.
Those are gonna end.
We're gonna end.
Go.
We didn't even transition into nights. It's fine. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with
Yeah.
us. We've had a lot of fun here. We'll see you right back here on twitch.tv/LRC podcast on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Co-op Thursday, where Steph and I are playing Resident Evil 6. I hope you tune in and enjoy that. So
Yes.
until next time, have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.